Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of the Shop Move video series. So I just wanted to give you a better update than just kind of hiding behind the camera a little bit. Kind of recap what we've done and where we've come from. I know that these videos have been a little bit, let's just say, non-exciting. You know, how interesting could cleaning a garage and then painting be? But you know, it's one of these things that's very necessary. You know, any shop, any new space that you go into has to be cleaned out first, and you know, that's really what I had to do. This spring, the place was cluttered. We got it all cleaned out. I mean, we got everything cleaned out. I went to some great lengths to get tarps and plastic to cover things in preparation for the floor. Ran into bad weather. Got everything ready to go and then hit bad weather. And I mean humid, hot, all that. Found an opportunity, nice window of good weather. Went in, got the floor painted, done. Then came the walls, right? Ran into a problem with the priming and you know, just the bad color on that using the cheap paint. Why didn't I use primer, right? This is one of the things I want to do. I wanted to kind of address some of the comments and stuff like that. It'd be easier just to speak it through the video than to answer all of them. So I got tons of questions. You know, why didn't you use primer? And you know, you must use primer and blah blah blah. And I know that. And why I didn't use primer? Most likely just moving a little bit too fast and just simply overlooked it. I've used primer plenty of times throughout the house, especially on a color change when you're doing such a drastic color change, because that gray paint was, you know, it was a medium gray. It wasn't really super dark, but it showed right through the cheaper paint. And that's the other thing, you get what you pay for, especially in terms of paint. And that's one hard lesson that I learned. Well, not a hard lesson, but a $14 costly lesson, right? Went to Sherwin and I got primer. I got a better quality, you know, one of their premier top coats. Got it all done. The walls look fantastic now. So the walls are painted, the floor is painted, and even that little section of the foundation. You know, they pour the foundation, then they pour a floating slab. So you have that little section of the top part of the foundation was still sticking up. So I painted that a nice dark gray. And it just, you know, gives like a little separation between floor and ceiling, and I think it looks really good. I went in and I you know, hit all the spots that I blobbed with the brush accidentally, got that all cleaned up. So we're ready to go. I have video footage of that, so you might hear some repeating, you know, yammering on and stuff, so just bear with me on that. A lot of the comments were, most of the comments were all positive, reassuring, good ideas, everything. There was some negative comments, people complaining that, you know, it was boring watching paint dry and all that, and I get it. But it is one of these necessary things, like I said. So there's a lot of guys out there who are in the process of doing the same thing that I'm doing. So this is kind of either inspiring them to move forward, or just interesting to watch somebody else do it. I think that's probably more of it. I don't think this video series is terribly inspiring, but it does show, you know, how long it takes, the setbacks, the positives, the negatives, the progress, and the failures and the mistakes. So anyway, that's where we are with the paint. We have an electrical contractor coming over actually in a little while. Today is Sunday, so he's coming over later to check out, you know, the panel down here in the basement and where it's got to go up. It's probably about a 10-foot run that he's got to snake some conduit through and mount the sub panel and everything. It's going to be a very easy job. I'm going to pick up the materials and really he's going to just, you know, do the deed and connect it all up. Can I do it? Absolutely. I've done way more technical work than that. I just don't have the time. I want to start getting things, you know, other things going and moving forward. Putting the DRO on the mill, which I really haven't given much attention to. Just been swamped. So anyway, that's going to happen, and I hope that the panel will be mounted next week, and then I'll be off and running to mount to install the circuitry, the circuitry. Cut all that out. So the panel will be mounted hopefully next week, and then I'll be left running and free to to wire in all the other electric, the 110 outlets and the 220 for the machines. One of the other things that I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to do this after the machinery is put in, is bring the compressor downstairs into here. I could do that after the machinery. I don't need I don't need to wait to have that done. It's going to be a very simple kind of system. My air compressor is very simple. It's one of these Campbell Hausfeld. It's about big. I forget the gallons and the horsepower of the motor, but it's it's your typical garage type of air compressor, which might just work for me. It might be all I need. I could always grow, right? I could always get a bigger air compressor, and I probably will. I'm going to have two drops. I'm going to have a drop going to the lathe. I'm going to have a drop going to the mill, and then maybe a third one somewhere else in the shop where I think I might need compressed air. So that'll be that. A lot of people have been commenting about the lights. Look into LEDs. Look into LEDs, and absolutely, there's been enough compelling information and great advice that all you guys have been giving me about LEDs. And I know they're expensive, but I have two nice size lights in there. I have to put a couple more in there, so I'm going to look into the LEDs, and if it's cost effective enough for me, I'll definitely go that way. Either way, worst case scenario, I use these types of fixtures with the T8 bulbs. Good ballast, so that comes right on. Either way, I think I'll be fine, but I definitely will look into the LED lights. And then will come the day when we move all the machines. That's a big monkey on my back right now. So I've had a number of emails sent to me from random people who watch the videos who are offering to come over and help move machines. And to that, I'm blown away. I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's very kind of you, and it will be much needed, because the weekend that I plan to do this, the more hands the better. We have a granite surface plate that will be challenging to move. The surface grinder will be heavy. And again, I have the engine stand, so I could I can pick it and move it and put it on dollies and stuff. And really what it's going to be is we're going to get the 2x12s, two 2x12s, lay them down on the Bilco doors and just get them up somehow, some way. Even if we rig them to the back of a truck and slowly drive and pull them up, or a winch or something. But however it's going to happen, I'll figure it out. I got all this stuff down here. I'll figure a way to get it out. So anybody who who wanted to to drop by and lend a hand, that would be incredibly appreciated. I'll have lunch, drinks, food. We'll shoot some video. We'll have a fun time. It'll be like our own little bash out here. Our fall Maple Lane Machine and Tools Fall Bash. So thank you to everybody who's offered to help. I really do appreciate it. Comments on music and photography. So I would say 98% of all the comments that have come in were through the roof positive, supportive. The overwhelming majority of of everybody out there said, yeah, we'd love to see some additional content to the channel, some music stuff and all that. So obviously I'm going to continue to do it. But one of the comments, and I forget who said this, but one of the viewers out there suggested, great, make any kind of video you want, music, photography, whatever, but just label it as that. Keep it as a music video, or as whatever type of a video that goes into the bucket of your YouTube channel. And for that I say, yeah, you're 100% right, because last week my shop update from the underground video was music based, and caught some flack for that, but rightly so. I think it didn't belong there, and that was a very good idea. So any type of additional comment will be just that. It will be its own video and released that way. And lastly, I just wanted to thank everybody who bought a shirt. We had 2 campaigns running. The first one was filled up pretty quick. It was a very low goal to get them to get printed, but I did get some comments, that I said last week, for the shirt sizes and stuff. So we launched another one, got the additional sizes, the hoodies, the long sleeves, all that. And even that one, just as of this morning, that hit its goal. So that's going to print successfully, and everybody's going to get their shirts. So I'm really excited, because I'm going to get some shirts out of this too. I'll finally wear my own shirt, which is something I always kind of wanted to do. It's a little bit of an accomplishment. And thank you to all you guys who really helped make that possible. So I hope you enjoy them. I think they're pretty cool looking shirts. Other than that, I have a little tiny bit of video just showing, the finished walls and stuff like that, and I was trying out some new video with the DSLR camera. So if you want to watch that, the video will come after this. If not, that's fine too. Other than that, until next week, we'll see you on the next one, when hopefully we'll have some movement on the electricity. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. This is a video test with the DSLR camera. I got the lathe in focus. It's a manual focus, manual aperture lens. And then if I wanted to videotape the rest of the shop, I want to focus it out towards infinity. So here we go. Here's the shot of the garage. The walls and the base look really good. Got a wide angle here to capture as much as the shop as I can. So today is Sunday. It is September 11th. And I don't have to remind anybody what that day means. Yeah. So this is just 2 lights in the shop. I think the white walls are really good. Let me get this out of the lathe. This was an extender for my painting. The lathe has become like a storage bin. Those walls are definitely bright. Oh, that's going to be great for filming. Oh, I could picture it now. Milling machine over here. The shaper and the drill press somewhere's around here. We're going to have our granite table. I think, no, the granite table is going to be over here next to this wall. And over here we'll have metal cabinets, and then the wooden storage shelf. That's going to be like my tooling and all my other stuff. You could see some natural light coming in from the street, although it's a little overexposed. I have this camera on manual. One of the other things I'm going to put in is some nice blinds. I'm digging the video footage. At least it looks good through the viewfinder. We'll have to go see when it's time to edit this. So that's really the unimportant news, that there really isn't an update. I didn't do much. In fact, I really didn't do anything during the whole week in the shop here, except call a contractor and schedule an estimate, like an appointment for today, which will be in a couple of hours. The only thing that I did last week was I painted the back garage wall, and it evened it out, so I'll show you what that looks like. So you can see it hides a lot of the wood. I do have to second coat it, to be honest with you, because the wooden headers above the garage doors still have a bit of a brown bleed through look to them, but in between there and above looks real nice. And it just, you know, it just kind of gives the wall a little bit more of a completed look. So I really do like this wide angle lens. It really gets a lot of the shop. This is going to come in handy for future videos when I'm actually doing stuff out here. So that's that. Let's see if we could frame the whole shot. Yeah. I'm just standing against the back wall, and as you could see, I got the whole shop, at least from this angle, is included. That's pretty cool. And then, you know, you could pan over here. The only thing I have is a lonely little thermometer hanging on the wall. And it looks like we got some rain coming. Let's see if we could ISO this down a bit. No, not when we're filming. All right, that is it for this very small and uneventful shop update. The one thing I do want to say is thank you to everybody. A huge warm thank you to everybody who bought shirts. Both of the campaigns have triggered, and I know the first one, the T-Blaster, is printing right now, and I believe they're shipping on I think this Monday, tomorrow, I think. Don't quote me on that. Or is it the 19th? I forget. But it tipped, it went, and the printing is going on now. So not only am I looking forward to seeing you guys get your shirts, I'm also looking forward to getting mine and having them star in a couple of videos. That is going to be cool. All right, everybody, thank you again. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one, hopefully with a little bit more content.